All right, you guys. So today we are going to get a look at the AT-ST Raider, the Mandalorian vehicle, 3¼ size figure, guys. Absolutely awesome. Just picked this up from Best Buy yesterday. This particular vehicle was released on the 1st of November, guys. So we are going to get a look at this vehicle today. It also comes complete with your Klaatuinian Raider figure, guys, pictured in the lower right hand corner, just above the Kenner symbol right there, guys. So absolutely awesome. We're gonna get a look at this guy, get a look at the box. Let's go ahead and get started. So getting you a look at the box, we have Star Wars, the Mandalorian AT-ST Raider. We also have includes figure Klaatuinian Raider. Again, we have the vehicle pictured here with a jungle setting. Very, very awesome. We also have our Klaatuinian character right there. Again, right next to the Kenner symbol, which is absolutely awesome. Gives it that old school feel, guys. Love this box. And then on the other side of the box, guys, we have a couple of illustrations of the vehicle and the figure itself and some of the moving parts, guys. So the eyelids obviously are articulated. You have the lower gun that is also articulated. The side guns are also articulated as well. You have the opening lid. I'm sure the hatch as well opens as on the previous release of this particular vehicle. And then of course we have the articulated legs as well, guys. So very, very cool stuff there. Star Wars, the Mandalorian AT-ST Raider, guys. And then of course on this side of the box, guys, we also have this illustration. This is basically the top side of the box where you have the illustration here of the vehicle and the figure, which is letting you know it includes the figure as well. And then of course all of the same information, the Mandalorian, Star Wars, AT-ST Raider vehicle, guys. Very, very cool. All right, guys, so that's a look at the box. Let's get this thing open. We're going to get a comparison at the predecessor to this particular vehicle, which is basically, it is a re-release with a new paint job, guys, but we're still going to get a comparison between the two vehicles. All right, you guys, so we got them out of the box, and this is a really, really cool looking vehicle. Love the additional paint apps. Now again, it is a bit of a repack as the AT-ST is concerned. However, guys, they do enough to kind of make it worthwhile getting this particular vehicle. Now, I'm not so crazy about the price of this vehicle. It is $79.99, and there are some little things that I think they could have given us, not only with the figure, but with the vehicle itself. And I will point that out during the review of this particular vehicle. Still in all, I think it's still enough to make it worthwhile getting this vehicle. But of course, you will be the judge of whether it is something that you will want to pick up at that $79.99 price tag here in the United States, guys. So we are going to get a look at the vehicle. Getting you a look at the vehicle, guys, there is a lot of weathering and detail on this vehicle, which kind of separates it from its previous release. Of course, we have the different paint apps, which is an obvious distinction between the two vehicles. But the other thing that I wanted to point out is the weathering. Now, I believe this is a vintage collection vehicle, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that, guys. But as we have seen in the previous releases of the vintage vehicles, first with the skiff, and then most recently with the Luke Skywalker X-Wing, we've seen some additional weathering that has been top notch, guys. And of course, on this particular vehicle, they have continued that same skill set. So guys, we're going to get you a closer look at the vehicle and the weathering. So let's go ahead and get you that closer look. So as you can see, they've done a really, really good job with the weathering on the vehicle around the sides there. You can see a lot of grit and grime. Obviously, this vehicle has seen some action, not only with its Klaatuinian owner, but also with the Empire as well. So they've done a really, really good job kind of showing that aspect of it, guys. And then of course you get a couple of little cloth-like material to kind of show that they've kind of patched this thing together a bit in the joint area. So it kind of lets you know that the maintenance on this vehicle is kind of prehistoric. Again, you can see there's more cloth and netting around the leg area. Again, you get a good look at all of the weathering there, guys, and the joints. Really cool. And then the weapons on the vehicle. Getting you guys a look at the weapons on the vehicle. Really awesome work there, guys. It's really awesome. Again, you have that patchwork cloth around the joints. So that is really, really, really cool, guys. Really, really awesome. I'm getting you a look at the hatch, and the hatch does open. So you have the opening hatch there, guys. Really cool. And then you can see that there is some additional weathering on the inside. So they went all out with the weathering, guys. Very, very cool. And then of course you have the whole hatch that opens up. So here you have the full hatch open. And you can see that there is plenty of detail. You have some stickers on the wall detailing some of the instruments on the inside. Again, you get additional weathering on the inside, guys, all in the crevices of the seats, the instruments. So they went all out to weather the vehicle there, guys. So you have some more stickers there. You have the marking, the Klaatuinian symbol there on the panels. So that's kind of cool. You even have kind of like a burn splotch right there on the main panel there. Or at least I do. So that's kind of cool. You have the pedals there, so that's really, really awesome stuff there, guys. So your Klaatuinian Raider does fit inside of the vehicle very nicely, guys, as you can see. It is a very cool fit. The feet do reach to the pedal, guys, and I hope you can see that. So really cool stuff. He does fit in the vehicle. Now there are 2 seats. So let's see if we can get 2 characters in this vehicle, guys. So as you guys can see, we have both of our Klaatuinian Raider characters in the vehicle. By the way, the figure in the black is a custom. I just created him for the purposes of this video. He does not come with the vehicle, and he is not an official Klaatuinian Raider. but I wanted to get you a look at two figures inside of the vehicle, and I think they fit fairly decently. Again, you have the feet to the pedals. You can close the lid, and the lid closes very nicely with the hatch open. You can clearly see both of your figures on the inside. So really cool job. All right, you guys, so we are going to get a look at the articulation on this vehicle. Now, I have to say I've had a little bit of trouble trying to get the vehicle to stand, but not as much trouble as I had with some of the previous vehicles, with some of the previous AT-ST vehicles that we received. So I can't complain too much, otherwise it would sound redundant with this particular vehicle. Because of the design of this vehicle and the weight distribution, it makes it very difficult to kind of pose this vehicle in certain poses. But if you get it just right, you can get the perfect pose. I think this is a very cool pose right here, guys. So we will get a look at the articulation on this vehicle. All right, you guys, so let's get a look at the articulation with this vehicle. Starting in the leg area, guys, and please forgive me if the whole vehicle is not in the frame. It's a very large vehicle, and it's very hard to get it close enough to the camera and still keep the whole figure or vehicle in the frame. So I do apologize beforehand. But again, getting you a look at the articulation. So you have a pretty good movement in the leg area. Pretty much goes all the way around if you needed to do so. So that is really cool. It goes back just as far as you guys can see. So that is just really awesome. You also have articulation in the knee area, as you can see. So you have articulation there as well. And then you also have articulation in the foot. You're up and down. Goes down pretty far, about that far. And goes up about that far. So that is really good articulation there, guys. Standard for your AT-ST vehicle. And then of course you also have the articulation on the inner thigh there that allows you to move the leg out. And then you can also extend it out that way as well to give you a wide stance. I don't know how well the vehicle will stand in that position, but you do have that articulation in the leg area with the vehicle on both legs. And then for the head of the vehicle or the control area of the vehicle, you do have articulation going side to side. So you have side to side articulation. You also have articulation with the guns. You're up and down. Very cool. Not really, you can get a little side where it can go side to side a bit, but not too far, but you do have that as well. Also in the side guns, you have full range articulation. However, these guns, the side pieces do fall out, but you do have a 360 range with those pieces, but they just tend to fall out very easily, unfortunately. And then of course you have the articulated eyelids as well. So you have the articulated eyelids for your vehicle. Very nice. So you do have a front to back movement in the neck area or the head area, very slightly. So your down would be that way, and it's a very slight movement, guys. I don't know if you can see it, but that would be back, down, back there, guys. So very slight movement. You have the lid, the opening lid there, and hatch to complete your articulation with your vehicle. So really cool, very nice vehicle, guys. And I know I didn't get you a look at the back of the vehicle, but there is your look at the back of the vehicle. Very nice weathering here. Just really, really nice job. You can see the mechanisms there. And then you have here more weathering. Just awesome, awesome job with the weathering on this vehicle, guys. All right, you guys, and we're gonna get you a look at the figure itself. So getting you guys a look at the Klaatuinian Raider figure that comes with your AT-ST Raider vehicle for the Mandalorian series. Really, really nice figure. I do not know the name of this particular alien, but we have seen this alien before in the Star Wars universe, obviously. If I remove the headdress here, which is removable, guys, and that is really cool. You can see. So I'm assuming maybe it's a Klaatuinian, since they're calling him Klaatuinian Raider. So I'm assuming that is the name of the species here, guys. But he has a really, really cool outfit. Very nicely done. Very nice detail. He is fully articulated. And getting you guys a look at the headdress as well. Really nice job there. He is a very cool looking figure. Headdress goes right over the head. So that's really awesome. And again, we will get a look at the articulation with this figure. So he's gonna go straight out for you like so. He can give you a 360, but there is a very large shoulder pad right here that does not allow you to let the arm go all the way around. But the obviously is gonna give you a really good elbow bend as well. That is very, very cool. There is a twist in the wrist, also a twist at the elbow as well. Going out to the side, he's only going to go out at an angle, not completely off to the side. So there's not a lot of articulation there, unfortunately. In the leg area, he's going to go straight out for you like so, so that's really good. He's going to give you a knee-high bend like so, so that's really awesome. He's going to go back about that far. Your twist is going to be at the knee. So there's your twist in the knee. In the ankle area, he's going to go down that far. Up about that far, guys. In the torso, he's going to go down about that far, guys, for you in the torso. And back about that far. Your twist in the torso, there is some movement there, you guys, in the torso. There is a bit of a twist. And then in the head area, you do get the left to right. He's gonna go down about that far, up only about that far. He does come with actually two weapons. One you can display out and have him hold. The other weapon is actually molded to his chest and does not come out. And there is not a second holster for the weapon that you can use. There's no place to put that second weapon on the figure, guys. So unfortunately, you do not have a holster anywhere on the figure for his weapon that you can actually use. So that's really unfortunate. So guys, the AT-ST has been released several different times over the past few years in the 3 1/4 size line, guys. Obviously, most recently here with the AT-ST Raider, and then we received the Black Series AT-ST about 2 years ago, maybe 3, going on 3 years ago. And then previous to that, I believe this was released in the Legacy line as well, which unfortunately I was not able to get. I was not collecting at the time that that particular version of this vehicle was released. But I was able to collect the latest 3 versions here with the AT-DT there on the left hand side included in this comparison guide. Just getting you guys a closer look. Now, of course, the Black Series it gives you 2 different sets of the chin gun, as opposed to the Raider here. You only get the 1 gun there. So that is a notable difference on these 2 vehicles. But pretty much everything else is the same. The molding, as you can see, there's just a difference in the paint app. Obviously, you get the gray version of the AT-ST in the form of your Raider AT-ST, and then the Black Series is just a standard off-white version of the AT-ST vehicle. But I think they're both cool. I think I do prefer the AT-ST Raider, just simply because they paid a lot more attention to the detail on this vehicle versus the Black Series there, guys. So really cool stuff. Very, very awesome. And then, of course, again, not to leave the AT-DT out of things here, because I do think it is a very cool vehicle, and I think the paint apps on it are just as decent. And then, of course, again, you have the breakaway feature, which makes it a very nice vehicle as well, and that's why I wanted to bring it out for our comparison here, guys. So really, really cool stuff. All right, you guys, so there it is, your AT-ST Raider. I think it is a very cool vehicle. I didn't have too many problems with this particular vehicle. Obviously, the AT-ST is notorious for not being able to stand. However, that hasn't been quite an issue, but I did have some difficulty, slight difficulty, getting it to stand, but as you can see, it's standing very nicely now. So, really nice vehicle, very, very cool addition to any AT-ST collection, guys. But obviously, your thoughts are what is most important. So let me know what your thoughts are. What do you think of the AT-ST Raider? Are you excited for the Mandalorian series? And also, what other type of vehicles can we see in the Mandalorian converted over? Will we see converted TIEs, converted X-Wings, perhaps a converted AT-AT? Let me know, guys. What do you think we'll see in the Mandalorian as far as vehicles that were left behind by the Empire and taken over by some renegade group who has put their special markings on the vehicles, guys? Let me know what your thoughts are. Put those comments down below. Please like and subscribe. And of course, guys, from the Father to the Son to the Obi-Wan Force Ghost, may the Force be with you always.